All right, we're going to take a look at doing menus. So we can talk about the menus within the system and to make sure we're using consistent language. This is the primary navigation or primary menu. Down here you can see that there's a footer menu. And up here hiding underneath the admin bar is the user menu. So the two that we're going to be really concerned about are the main menu and the footer menu. So we can go into structure menus. You can see there are different menus here. Like I said, there's the footer menu and here's the main menu. The rest we're not going to concern ourselves with. So let's open up main menu. The footer and the main menu work much in the same way. They're just located in a different spot. So when we're in the main menu area, we can see all the links that are on the page. And you can see that it lines up perfectly with here, about blog events. About blog events, and you can see under events it has child calendar events, list of events, and you can see under events, there's calendar events and list of events. And you can see because this one does not have a hyperlink, this one's not linked anywhere, that it's a dummy menu, a dummy parent menu, and I'll show you in a minute how we can do that. So keep in mind we can drag and drop and rearrange stuff here. So we want it about to have below blog, we can do that. And we want to move multimedia below donate and have parent, child, grandchild, menu items, and don't forget to save our configuration. So let's head back up here. We can actually see the changes take place. Let's refresh that page. And now you can see that here blog has been moved, about is now over there. And if we head over here, we can see that donate now has multimedia under it, and then multimedia has photo galleries, video, and audio under it. And again, we can head back over, we can just disable menu items. Now, disabling a menu item doesn't actually remove that page, so the About Us page still stays there, but the menu item disappears. We can also delete menu items. Let's save that configuration, and we can see that the first two will now disappear, the blog and about. See how they disappear? Okay, so back in here. So we can actually add new links directly from here. So let's add just another link to the About page. We'll add a second link just for the heck of it. So let's call this one About Us so we can see the difference between the two. Now we can start typing the path. And if we know the name of the item, we can then, it'll pop up. It'll change it to node 2 because that's the node ID within the system, so we don't need to worry about that. If we take a look here, there's actually a description underneath. We can actually link to external things. We can actually put a full hyperlink here, so we can say, http www.google.ca, or we can put something like no link, which means it's just a dummy parent item and actually doesn't have anything in it to link to, just so we can have a dummy parent item. We don't need to worry about using tokens because that's not applicable to what's happening here. We give it a description when this is the hover text when they hover over it. Oops, typo there. We can make sure that it's enabled much in the same way as before, that we can disable it without actually deleting it. We can show as expanded. We don't need to worry about that because the system automatically shows parent and child items off. And if we wanted to open up in a new window, a new browser window instead of the existing one, so especially if we're linking to something like another page like Google or whatever, we want it probably to open up on a new tab. We can give it a parent menu item. We can manage it in here. It's really difficult to kind of grasp the hierarchy from in here, so I probably prefer just putting in the main menu and going back to the previous administration screen and putting it where I'd like to. Especially if you have a lot of menu items, it can get a little crazy. And again, the weights, the lighter it is, the further left or higher up in the hierarchy it is, and the opposite for heavier. So let's just save that. That'll take us back to our listing, and you can see that we'll head down to the bottom here, and there it is, About Us. We just put it in there. You can see it doesn't hyperlink anywhere, and we can move it around. It could be a W item as a child item, it can be a parent item, what have you, whatever we need. Now again, this is managing the menus on a much higher level. within all of our content types, we have the ability to add items to menu as well. So let's just go into page. And when we create a page, and we just scroll down to the bottom here, you can actually provide a menu link, test page, and put it in the main menu and whatever the weight, publish. And then we can head back here and actually see it show up within the system. And then we can actually manage it from a much higher level. You can see it shows up. We've got a little bit of a styling issue, no big deal, we'll fix that up. And we'll head back here, we'll just refresh the page. And we can see now, where's the test page here? There it is down there. And so the test page does show up there, and we can go in and edit just the menu item within that test page, and it will actually update back on that test page afterwards. So we can just change it to test, and it will update it within the menu system. And so you can manage your menus from both sides, especially important to manage on a higher level if you want to add multiple links to the same content type, or just kind of have a nice overview of what's going on and drag and drop and replace. Anyways, thank you very much for watching.